Hi everybody! So today we are continuing on my series of my top 100 favorite movies of all time, and today we're looking at 70 through 61. So it's a pretty fun list, I think, of some really great films that maybe some of these don't necessarily get the shout out I think that they deserve. All right, so at number 70, I have Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. This is Hayao Miyazaki's first feature film. Wasn't technically Studio Ghibli when it was made, but it has become basically co-opted by Studio Ghibli. It's such a beautiful movie with such a wonderful lead character who is who has so much heart, who is so lovely, who is a warrior, but in the best kind of way, meaning that she really cares about her people and she really loves her people. She's not just some bland warrior. And I just think all the atmosphere and the animation and the music is perfect. And you don't know exactly how she's going to figure this out. Things get pretty dark. Things get pretty desperate for her. And but it's still a very hopeful, very wonderful film, and it's one that just grows on me the more I see it. So I wouldn't be surprised if I ever do this again, if it's higher up on the list, the more I see it. So there you go, number 70, Nausicaa. And you can listen to Stanford and I do our whole podcast all about Nausicaa, and we talk about it. It's really fun. Number 69, I have Old Yeller. And a lot of people just remember this movie for the ending. It's a lot more than just the ending. It's a coming-of-age story about a boy becoming a man, and his love for this dog, and the dog's love for the family, and it's so well acted, it's so beautifully told, and it's just great. It's more than just the ending. Come on, guys. Number 68, I have Babettes Feast, and I have reviewed this for Family Movie Night. Babettes Feast is a beautiful film about a woman who lives with these very religious people, these women, and you get to know a little bit about the history of these women. Well, Babette gets the opportunity to make this feast as a way of saying thank you to these people who have helped her, and it's such a beautiful movie about doing what you're meant to do and doing it well, and bonding with appreciating the people for the good that they have, and the good that even if they're different and they believe in different things, and it's just it's so well written, it's so lovely. It's one of the most lovely depictions of faith I think I've ever seen. Then I have Alice in Wonderland from Walt Disney. This movie is it's non-linear, so some people have a problem with it, but I just think it is so fun. I love the nonsense of it. I love the Mary Blair artwork. It's so beautiful and just a delight. Each scene is one more funny, exciting. Alice says at the beginning that she wishes the whole world was nonsense, and then here's this movie to test that. Does she really wish that the whole world was nonsense? And I love it. I think it's great. So I have it at 67. And it has probably the best vocal cast of any Disney movie. It's really great. Number 66, I have Return to Me. This is an underrated romantic comedy, even though it's actually quite sad in many times. But basically the plot is David Duchovny's wife passes away, and her heart gets donored to Minnie Driver, and then the two meet, but then she finds out that she has his dead wife's heart, and it's just so sweet. And I love all of her the old men in her life, her uncle and father, grandfather, who have taken care of her. So funny, so great. They're sort of battling what's best, Irish or Italian. Makes me wish I had an Italian-Irish bistro I could go to. They have such great chemistry. It's really funny. David Alan Grier and Bonnie Hunt, Jim Belushi, so great as in their side roles. Very funny. I just love it. It has 65. I have Raiders of the Lost Ark. This movie is so well paced. The action feels earthy and real, and I mean the scene when he's underneath the tank the vehicle, and he's moving up over. That's so great. Of course, the iconic scene with the big boulder at the beginning is just so great, so fun. You got your Nazis and you're finding your clue. It's just a great blockbuster with an incredible lead performance by Harrison Ford. And so 65, I have Raiders of the Lost Ark. And of course, an iconic theme too from John Williams. Number 64, I have Grey Gardens. This is one of the most important documentaries ever made. The Mileses, they just follow the big and little Evie around, and their house is falling apart in the Hamptons. They're related to Jackie Onassis, and little Evie, she is such a lovely character, person, a real person. She's so hopeful, really, and slightly delusional, but there's a hopefulness in her delusions that I just think is so moving and so beautiful. And I don't know, I just love it. I love everything about it. I think it is such a beautiful documentary about these beautiful people that live this way. 53, I have Howard's End. This movie, I love the book and I love this movie. And I did like the recent miniseries. If you haven't had a chance to see it, you should. But this cast is incredible. Emma Thompson, Helena Bonham Carter, Anthony Hopkins. I think what makes this story so great is that it is so rich. It's so deep. It's not just, your Emma Thompson and Anthony Hopkins characters. It's deep. There's 6, 7 characters that are fully developed and have a whole arc and a whole story. And it is about these classes, coming into contact with each other. And you've got your struggling white collar, lower level worker in Leonard Bass. You have the Schlegels, who are like the educated class, which thinks that they know everything about how everything should be run because they're educated, but they think they're sort of elevated above the upper class of the Wilcoxes, I think, but they fall into some of the same problems and some of the same strengths. I don't know. All these characters are so human, so real, so lovely. They all have moments of weakness, moments of strength, and I just love it. I think it is perfect. So there you go. Then I have at number 62, Calamity Jane. This is an underrated musical. I love Doris Day. She's just the best. I think she's underrated as an actress. And Calamity Jane is such a joyful movie. Howard Keel is so great as Wild Bill Hickok. And Calamity Jane, she's obviously this tomboy character, and she gets threatened when this new girl comes in and sort of steals the man she has a crush on. And it has lovely songs, sweetheart. It's so funny, and I just love Doris Day in this role. So it's one of my favorite musicals. Okay, then my last pick is another one that's, I think, underrated, is In America. It's a beautiful movie starring Patty Considine and Samantha Morton about a man who brings his 2 daughters who are so great, the girls who play his daughters, and to America, and they're just trying to make it. And it's just kind of about a year in their life. It's about their life, and there's a scene involving a carnival fair that was devastating. I just thought this movie was so lovely and beautiful and about real people, and obviously it's super relevant, but it will really make you think about the experience of trying something new, trying to assimilate, trying to help your family. It's just, so good. So that is my favorite films of all time, number 61 through 70. So we've got In America at 61, Calamity Jane at 62, Howard's End at 63, Grey Gardens at 64, Raiders of the Lost Ark at 65, Return to Me at 66, Alice in Wonderland at 67, Babettes Feast at 68, Old Yeller at 69, and Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind at 70. So there you go. Let me know where you would have any of these, or if you've seen any of these, if you like them, if you don't like them. Let me know in the comments section or on Twitter or wherever. And we'll be excited. Next week we're doing 60 through 51, and it's a pretty good list. So thanks again, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye.